My name is JarradHD, and today I'm going to become the world's greatest Journeyman manager. I have to win a trophy on every single continent and cannot leave the continent until that has been done. We're starting off in Oceania, in Australia, with my favorite team, the Western Sydney Wanderers. This is definitely very selfish on my behalf, but I want my Western Sydney Wanderers to get our first A-League title. It's been too long. But the first signing in our career as the world's best journeyman is to bring the Kiwi defender, James McGarry, back to the A-League as we sign him here from Aberdeen. Ruan Tongic is linked with an in-real-life move to Prison FC, so we're going to beat the press and get some money for the defender. Mobile is one of my favorite players in real life, one of my favorite players in Australian football, so if this transfer happened in real life, I'm pretty sure I would lose my head. Mobile coming to the Western Sydney Wanderers after a decorated career in Europe. And our third signing as we take over the club in Parramatta is Zach McGraw, the Canadian defender, joining us from the MLS, signing on here and giving us a nice little boost to the back line. So this is what the team looks after the opening transfer window. I feel like we have the perfect blend of youth talent, but also established and veteran players in this squad. Is it enough though to get us an A-League title with the Western Sydney Wanderers? So at the end of the regular season, we have finished second with the Wanderers in the A-League. The good thing is the Wanderers have a pretty decent squad to begin with, which gives me a bit of hope in real life, but we are second, Melbourne City first. Let's crack on with the playoffs and see how we went. So elimination finals, we weren't in. The semi-finals, though, we take down our rivals, one of our rivals in MacArthur and Melbourne City. So it's first versus second. We could be off and out of Australia really quickly. The A-League final, we lose and we get humbled against Melbourne City. That's the fourth A-League grand final loss for Western Sydney in our history. Oh my God, we crack on season 2. We are going to be in the Asian Champions League next season as well, though, which will be another opportunity for us to win a trophy. But I mean, with the likes of Al Hilal and the Saudi clubs having crazy teams right now, that doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. We're going to be saying goodbye though to two of our most experienced players, Marcelo and Milos Ninkovic, both retiring at the end of the season. So we're going to have some big gaps to fill. In true A-League fashion, we are signing a player that was once a somewhat notable name that has fallen off quite a bit. We're going to give him a second chance. Our marquee signing here in season number 2. He's not wearing the Wanderers kit, but we'll fix that. It's Maximilian Meyer, and we have signed him as a free agent. Again, very A-League. We are in desperate need of a leadership figure in the backline now following the retirement of Marcelo, so we're going to bring Cameron Burgess back to the A-League. The Australian is joining us here from Ipswich Town for £760,000. I feel like I'm bringing all of these players back from Europe, but I am building the Avengers level squad of former Australian players in European football. Connor Metcalf joining the fray, joining us here from St. Pauli. Hey, I might be taking some Australian players from European football, but at least I'm sending some back. Our right back, Gabriel Kleur, heading to Turkey, and we're gonna bring back the former Western Sydney Wanderers captain, Josh Risdon. He left us to join Western United a few seasons ago. We need a right back who is ready for the now. Risdon returning to Wonderland. This right here surely has to be one of the best teams floating around in A-League history. I know the standard isn't up there with some of the big leagues, but for A-League levels, I am so confident that this team surely has to win us an A-League title. I want that toilet seat, goddammit, I want the toilet seat. Well, we're not going to be winning the Asian Champions League this season, but we are in with a chance here once again in the A-League. I was hoping we were going to get the minor premiership, but we have finished third in the regular season, meaning we go straight in to the elimination finals, where we beat MacArthur for the second straight year. Melbourne Victory taking down Central Coast in the semi-final. We take down Perth Glory on penalties, and Melbourne Victory win the original rivalry there against Adelaide United. So it's Melbourne Victory versus Western Sydney in the A-League final, and we do it. Melbourne boys are still number 2, and Western Sydney, we've won our first A-League trophy. So that is Oceania and Asia ticked off, and now it's time for us to take over Asia as our next step in the Journeyman process sends us to Saudi Arabia. I was really interested when I took over this Al Ittihad squad whether they would have some of their players that they got, like the big names like Fabinho, Kante and Benzema. And as you can see, they're all still there. So we have a nice base to build off. And quite hilariously, just like real life, Jota is excluded from the starting 11 and unhappy about it. But as we've taken over here, we're actually halfway through an Asian Champions League campaign where we're in the quarterfinals against Shanghai Port. So that could be a really quick way to tick off the Asian continent. In true Saudi League fashion though, we're going to try signing some older household names. Mateo Kovacic here is joining our midfield. We have a midfield worthy of winning a Premier League title. It is ridiculous. Peter Gulashi is looking for one last payday in his career. We're going to sign the Hungarian goalkeeper here. This for me is a no-brainer. Liverpool fans, look away. Mo Salah, he's been linked with a move to the Saudi League quite strongly in the past few months, and we're going to make it happen here. We're going to be the beneficiaries of this news cycle. The Egyptian winger, one of the greatest players in Premier League history, Mo Salah, to join us at Al Ittihad and help us in our Journeyman career. I am so curious if we can win either an Asian Champions League or a Saudi League with this team. Can we take down the Al Hilals, the Al Nassrs of the Saudi world? We're going to find out if we can tick Asia off our Journeyman journey. Also, before you guys come at me saying, Jared, the Wanderers technically ticks off Asia. That's the Asian Confederation. I'm talking about the geographical sense. So I was about to come check the standings for the end of the season when I noticed something. As we all know, FIFA licensing is gone. And I was like, what is the Men's International Cup? It's the World Cup. The World Cup is now called the Men's International Cup, which is a very interesting name. I mean, it makes sense, but it threw me for a loop. Regardless though, how did we go in the Saudi League here in our first season with Al Ittihad? We win the league and we do it comfortably. We finished 12 points clear. Al Hilal down in 4th, Al Nassr down in 9th. What happened to Ronaldo's team? Well, that was quicker than I expected. Only 3 losses all season. And Benzema, at the ripe old age of 38, gets 19 goals. Salah gets himself 17. And it's now time for a new continent. We've got offers in from clubs around the world, but none that really excite me. The European big teams still don't trust us. Then we don't have the prestige. So we're going to tick North America off our list and take over one of the worst teams in the MLS in this save, which ironically is going to be my favorite MLS team. My city that I live in right now, it's FC Cincinnati. I'm kind of sad to see FC Cincinnati down so low in this save, but we're going to try saving them. And I'm hoping that might lead to some better job opportunities in Europe. I mean, we've taken over here at FCC and it's kind of clear to see why they've fallen off. They've lost the likes of Acosta and Brandon Vazquez and Barreal, and they have not replaced them well at all. We're halfway through the MLS season. We're bottom of the Eastern Conference. This season is just about building out this FC Cincinnati team for the future. We've got a great record at FC Cincinnati of finding great South American talent and developing them. We're going to hopefully continue that here as we sign Zed Romero from Estudiantes in the Argentinian league. And Conrad de la Fuente has 5 months remaining on his deal. I think this is going to be a pre-contract signing. I'd be stoked if he came now, but the American midfielder will be joining us at some stage. It's now. Okay, perfect. Oh wait, no he's not. No, it's not. He's going to be coming in January, I think. You guys might have seen me negotiating with him when we signed De La Fuente, but we're going to sign a young striker here in Darren Yappy, the American joining us. He's a young player who I want to develop into a talent in the future. We need a playmaker now though. That Acosta is no longer at the club, so we're going to be bringing a well-known name in American football, Richard Ledesma, coming back to the MLS, coming back to America after a stint at PSV and joining us at TQL Stadium. This team is still kind of arse, but we've definitely made it a lot better. Let's just hope we don't get last in the MLS this season. That would definitely hurt me. Come on, FCC. Also, if any FC Cincinnati fans are watching the video right now, I will be at this weekend's playoff game in the Bailey, so If you see us, come say hello. We've been sacked. We've been sacked. The border sacked us after 2.5 months in charge. What did you expect me to do after 2.5 months? Oh my God, our reputation and our journeyman journey has just taken a huge hit there. All right, we're gonna roll with the punches. Where are we off to next? Terminated in the great club of FC Cincinnati. And no, don't do this to me. Oh my God. Anybody but Columbus Crew. They're FC Cincinnati's biggest rival. Oh my God. Oh, we're staying in Ohio. We're heading an hour and a half north, driving up the motorway and heading to Columbus to flip to the other side of the Hell Israel derby. Come on, man. Oh my God. Columbus are in a significantly better situation here in the Eastern Conference as we take over, though. We're sitting 6th in the MLS in the Eastern Conference. We could win the trophy this year, but again, we are outside of the transfer window, so we can't do anything to this team. This team is a lot better though than FC Cincinnati at this stage of the career mode. There's still work to do, but we've entered a much better situation. If we end up winning the MLS though, I don't know if I can claim that because we've literally made no changes to the squad. There is not much we can do this season. The window is shut. That's fine. That's whatever. I didn't expect to be changing clubs this quickly, but we're going to make a pre-contract signing for next year. That is Danny Leiva joining us here from the Seattle Sounders on a free contract. But lads, if you are enjoying this video and you aren't already subscribed, make sure you go and scorpion kick that subscribe button down below on the final push towards 500,000 subscribers. So help your boy get there. So we do make it to the playoffs here with the Columbus Crew finishing 5th in the Eastern Conference. How did FC Cincinnati go? Yeah, they finished bottom of the league. That's why you don't sack me. First round of the playoffs, Columbus 2-0 over New York Red Bulls. We're going on a run here. Conference semifinals. We take down Atlanta United. Conference. Oh my God. Are we going to win the MLS? We have won the Eastern Conference in 3 months with the Columbus Crew. We're facing Minnesota United. And if we win, we might have a real situation on our hands, a real debate. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. But we have lost the MLS finals on a penalty shootout against Minnesota United. It would have definitely felt like a bit of an illegitimate claim to move to the next level, to the next continent, but we have had a good foundation here, and at least we know that this team is capable of winning a title with a bit of tweaking. Also, Aiden Morris, I have been training him. I was debating training him to be a center midfielder, but we're going to make him officially a center back. We want to have an incredible year. We were so close to winning an MLS Cup last season. Can we get it done this year? Paxton Pomykal is going to join us. He's jumping across from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference and joining us from FC Dallas. Another player joining us from a fellow MLS club. It is Miles Robinson, the center half, joining us from Atlanta United. And the man who we had at the Western Sydney Wanderers, he was clutch for us. I want to bring him again. We need a new right midfielder, which is why we are going to sign Connor Metcalf at the Columbus Crew. Looking to raise some money here though to make some big signings to the club. An extra £2 million as we sell Amundsen. Apparently the best possible deal we could have got was -£1. Good one, EA. Cheers, EA. Thanks, EA. You're awesome, EA. And we're also going to sell our Romanian center forward here, Alexandru Martin, to SR Anderlecht. I think I just had a stroke. Picking up some phenomenal European-based talent here though, as Pablo Frenals is going to join us. The Spaniard trades the red and white of Athletic Bilbao for the red and white of Ohio State. Second in the Eastern Conference here in our second season with the Columbus Crew. New York City top. Where did FC Cincinnati finish? They came 13th, so it's good to see the foundations we laid slowly taking effect. But we are in the playoffs. Round 1. What? Really? We lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Philadelphia Union. Wow. And LAFC end up going on and winning the MLS. I thought for sure that we had it. All right, how we go in the US Open Cup? We win it. We win the US Open Cup. Oh, that's hilarious. We win the US Open Cup against the New England Revolution. But I'm going for major trophies, baby. I want the MLS Cup here, not the US Open Cup, not the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Francisco Pozo is an absolute stud, though. So is Jason Russell Rowe. Fornals looked like he He was a great pickup. All of the players we signed this year, to be fair, have had really consistent seasons. But once again, the goal is the MLS Cup. We lose in the first round. That is, all right, let's push on and push for that North American silverware we need. If this happened in real life, I would be booing, I'd be throwing tomatoes, I'd be hissing, I'd be a massive hater. But right now, I don't give a shit. When I signed Romero to FC Cincinnati, he was a man that I saw lifting an MLS Cup for us. I'm bringing him up north. I'm bringing him to the Columbus Crew. And I have elected to make a signing at the attacking midfield position. It is the Mexican attacking midfielder, Carlos Rodriguez. His value has just gone down the shitter, which makes me feel like an idiot, but we've signed him from Rayo Vallecano. Can this team do it? Can we win the MLS with the Columbus Crew and get ourselves North America completed? That's better than last year. That is so, okay, that's a good omen. Top of the Eastern Conference here with the Columbus Crew. Is this gonna be our year? I would say as long as we avoid Philadelphia. And again, FC Cincinnati don't make the playoffs. All right, first round, we weren't in it, but Philadelphia got eliminated. Conference semifinals. I was like, where are we? We were at the top and we beat New York City FC. Conference finals, we beat Inter Miami, and we're gonna be playing the Colorado Rapids in the MLS final, and we've done it. We have conquered North America. I didn't want to do it with Columbus, but I had no other choice. Look what you've made me do, FC Cincinnati. I can't believe it's come to this. But still, the job opportunities in Europe are not what we are after. So we're heading to Antarctica to teach the Penguins how to kick a football. But we have received a super prestigious job in South America, and that is with Boca Juniors. If we can prove to the footballing world that we can take over a big team like Boca Juniors, surely our track record will speak for itself and a big European club will come in for us. It is time for a reinforcement that we know and love, though. It is Aiden Morris, our former captain at the Columbus Crew, is joining us here at Boca Juniors. Sprinkling a little bit of every sort of team that we've gone with. We got a Columbus Crew player in, and now we've signed an Australian player from the Saudi League. It is Jasper Thomas, the left midfielder from Australia. I would love for Australia to have a wonder kid like this. I miss our golden generation of Kill the Duke of Cahill. I did not want this to happen. The release clause was activated, and apparently we'd already re-signed him to a new contract. So we're gonna have to go in for a new goalkeeper, as our star, Daniel Peretz, is off to Darmstadt. Losing Peretz might have turned out to be the world's best blessing, because we have signed a +4 upgrade in between the sticks for a 20th of the price that we sold Peretz for. We signed Emiliano Martinez. He wants to come back to Argentina to finish his career, and we paid just £1 million for him. And saving all that money on the Martinez signing means we are able to invest heavily at the right back role here at Boca Juniors. Emerson Royale is joining us here for £18 million from Espanyol. You'll love to see it. Some huge additions to the squad here. I don't know what to expect this season, though. Are we going to be in contention for a title? You'd like to think so. Boca Juniors are one of the biggest clubs in South America. It would be huge for the self-confidence, though, and our prestige in Europe if we can get some silverware here with one of South America's biggest clubs. Things are looking good here because we have finished top of the league here, but I'm pretty certain that with the Argentinian league, there is a playoff system and there's a second half of the season. So we have finished first in the regular season. Yeah, because look, there's 13 games here. Zone B, we come third. Quarterfinals, we win on penalties against San Lorenzo. Semifinals, we take down Gimnasia, and we win against River Plate in Copa de Primera. So we've won the regular season and I believe either the cup or the playoffs. We're heading to Europe, lads. We've taken down Lanús to win the Libertadores as well, which is the South American Champions League. We have won everything on offer at Boca Juniors. That was quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Luca Langoni, 85 overall, but he bags himself 43 goals. 43 goals and 9 assists. Now, I need to remind myself to get this guy at some stage if we can when we're in Europe. Despite our ability to win silverware on every part of the globe, the likes of Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, these teams have not come to us. But our passage to become the greatest journeyman manager of all time takes us to Europe through Real Betis. So we've got our foot in Europe now. And as we take over Real Betis, this is the team we have inherited. It is not a bad team at all, but there is still a lot of work to do if we're going to compete with the juggernauts of Spanish and European football. Although we're only 3 points off the title here in La Liga as we take over on the 1st of January. Could we? Oh, imagine if we did it in season 1. That would be hilarious. Bit of a clean out required at the club though, so we can get some business done here in January. First man out is the center midfielder, Sergio Altamira, off to Celta Vigo. And the Nigerian striker, Terem Moffi, is off to Tottenham, linking up with another Australian journeyman in Ange Postecoglou. Priority number 1 for me, though, as I took over at Betis, was to get a new goalkeeper. We had nothing in between the sticks, so we've gone for the Finnish shot stopper, Elias Leo. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get success at Betis, so I'm going in for a younger player that can grow for us and be here for the whole project. The clean out continues though. Alex Collado off. I'm trying to raise funds, and I think we all know who I'm trying to raise them for. It is that man, Luca Langoni. We had to get him. We had to bring him across. It makes sense. Has a breakout season. He's a star in the South American League. He's going to get his big move to Europe here, reuniting with his former gaffer as we sign him from our former club for £56.9 million. Let's see if we've done enough here in the January window to get us the Journeyman Challenge complete. That would be hilarious. Also, we are in the preliminary round of the Conference League, so if we win that, do we count that as a major trophy? Is the Conference League at that level yet? Well, we're not going to win La Liga. I bet Betis are real happy they hired us because we've taken them down 1 place. We finished 5th in our first season. We do not win Copa de España, nor do we win the Conference League. Did we beat Man City? We beat Man City in the prelims, which is massive. We made it to the semis. We made it to the semis of the Conference League. And Langoni here for just half a season, and he already becomes our equal top goal scorer with Matt O'Reilly. This dude is a gem. I need to sign him on a long-term rebuild. What can we do with a full season though at Real Betis? We need to show them that we are the world's greatest journeyman. Our second season at Betis starts with a player departure coming out the gates swinging here as Emirhan Ikan is heading to Newcastle United. We sell a starting center midfielder and replace him with a superstar center midfielder. It is the Spaniard Pablo Barrios joining us here from Hoffenheim for 59 mil. I'm trying to build us as good a squad as possible to see if we can win a trophy this year. Robert is the latest player to leave. A monster signing here though. I want a star attacking midfielder. I'm dropping O'Reilly down to the center midfield position. He was playing attacking mid for us last year. And we're going to sign the Frenchman, Desiree Dewey here from Brentford. He's 86 rated and we've had to pay a squillion bucks to get him. Oh my god, that is not a good season at all. We are regressing. Europe is a tough beast, but my god, we have finished 9th in La Liga with Real Betis. We finished 33 points off the pace. Celta Vigo are now a bigger club than us. We don't win Copa de España. We got out of our group in the Europa League. In the preliminary round, we got thumped by Juventus though. I mean, the only shining light this season was Luca Langoni, who continues his miraculous run, but we have got to get our act together here if we're going to complete this challenge. We need a star striker, lads. There's no point of us finishing 9th every year. We don't want that's bad for the legacy and bad for the objective of this video. We're going to sign an Argentinian striker. It's Alejo Veliz. I mean, again, a little touch of everything here. He's played for Tottenham, who of course is the fellow Australian journeyman manager Ange Postecoglou. He's an Argentinian. We managed in Argentina. He's a striker. He's joining us at Betis, and hopefully he's going to bang in the goals. Jorge Cuenca, the first player out of the club this season, and I'm looking to make a massive signing to the backline here. Perez. I feel like I've only ever sold Argentines, but we're going to. I've only ever signed Argentines, rather. We're going to sell one here to Arsenal. And we're trying to cash in, lads. Manu Murillo is heading to Newcastle United. A massive signing here, though, to the back line. We have signed just about the only man in the world that I've seen spell the name Jarrad the same way I do, but it is Jarrad Branthwaite, the centre half, joining us here from Lens. It's another former Boca Juniors player and another Argentine joining us here at Real Betis. Valentin Barco. I stretched my budget to the extreme here. We have no money in our back pocket, but we've got this guy in the squad, and I think that's a fair trade-off. This is the best team we've had since we took over at Real Betis. This might be the best team we've had in this entire video. We do not finish ninth. Surely, we do not finish ninth with this team. All I want is to be known as the best journeyman manager in the world. Is that too much to ask? I mean, it doesn't help when we didn't have any European football, but our only chance this year was La Liga. It's better than last year. It's not ninth, but we're fifth. This is proving the toughest challenge of them all. And I mean, Copa del España, we've just been so bad in Copa del España for the entire video. Langoni was quality, but I'm very happy to see Alejo Veliz getting the top goal scorer this season. 18 goals for him. I'm about to put everything I've got into next season to get us a major trophy and complete this challenge. I am putting our entire transfer budget this season into this man here, the Dutch centre-back. He's a regen, Cohen Jacobs from Espanyol. 88 rated at 21 years of age. This has to be the Virgil van Dijk regen. We're signing him, and I'm so damn excited about it. Oh my god. We're building something special here, lads. We cannot be feeling this team is good. Surely this team is good enough to win La Liga, or at least have a crack in the Europa League. Oh man, let's see what we've got in store for this season. Jacobs, we need you to step up in the defense for us, please, mate. Fourth in La Liga. I guess it is. I mean, we finished above Barca and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, but it is not the major trophy we were after. We're playing Champions League next year, though. That's a good start. Of course. We win Copa del España, but that is not counted as a major trophy. It's still a great feather in the cap, but of course that had to happen. We're so bad in every single year of Copa del España, and then we go and win it. Europa League is our last hope, and to be fair, we come second in the group behind Famalicão. That is not a great omen. Preliminary round, we beat my favorite club, Fulham. Okay, it's a sacrifice to the cause. Round of 16, we beat Sociedad. Quarterfinals, we beat Atalanta. We're into the final. We're into the final. This could be it. Real Betis taking down Stade Rennais. We're versing Leverkusen, and we do it. Real Betis, Europa League champions, and we have officially become the world's greatest journeyman manager. Lads, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.